For fun in the sun, the pixie is just the job. When it comes to dinghies, the duckling is the ideal tender and a safe sailor for children. For racing, the larger Fairey dinghies will plane at 14 knots. And now, the latest addition to the Fairey fleet, the Atalanta. A 26-foot sailing cruiser weighing only 2 tons, it is still of traditional dinghy shape and just as easy to handle. The secret of its success? The 2 retractable keels, each weighing 500 pounds, giving it the seagoing capabilities of a normal 5-tonner. Automatic clamping caters for shock loads and side thrust, should you hit an underwater obstruction. With these centerboards down, Atalanta is as stable as a conventional keelboat and completely self-righting. Here in our workshops at Hamble, we see boat building by the most modern methods. In the last few years, 4,000 boats have been produced, hot molding brought to perfection. Wood, the traditional material, is still being used, but in a new and scientific way to produce boats that combine lightness with immense strength and worldwide durability with a new grace of line and beauty of finish. Let's go aboard Atalanta and meet the Etchells family, who at weekends make this their floating home. Mr. Etchells is the first proud owner of an Atalanta, and he and his wife are happy to welcome us aboard. The youngsters who rowed us out make fast their dinghy. The family bought this as a hot-molded shell one weekend, and within the week had it completed as we see here. The perfect tender for an Atalanta, and it's easy to get underway. Anchor work can be done from the forehatch, a useful point should bad weather make deck work uncomfortable. Everything else can be done from the cockpit, and it's a simple matter to hoist the jib and mainsail by self-stowing winches at the foot of the mast. Here, sheets and halyards are all within easy reach. In fact, Atalanta combines the simplicity of a 14-foot centerboard dinghy with the cruising capabilities of a very much larger boat. There's plenty of room for Mum and Dad and the children in the safety of the cockpit, which, by the way, is completely self-draining. The forecabin is fitted with 2 6-foot berths. 2 more can sleep tented in the cockpit, and in the after cabin there are 2 more full-length berths. Room for 6 to cross the channel, explore the creeks, or trail to the south of France. In fact, with such a willing and enthusiastic crew, the hand on the tiller is as free as the wind itself. And should the wind fail, we are still free to come and go as we please. For under the cockpit floor is a 6-horsepower Coventry Victor flat twin, a useful auxiliary for maneuvering into harbor. And when winter comes and the sailing season is over, Atalanta comes onto dry land with a minimum of fuss. Mr. Etchells has built his own trailer, and in next to no time their floating home becomes a land caravan, easily towed behind a car. And until next season, what could be more fascinating than messing about with boats in your own backyard?